Whoa, I see you, Sims. I see you. Hey, welcome back to another video. I saw the new update and I just had to make a video about it since it got me very excited. Let's just say I've felt some ways I haven't felt in a very long time. So without further ado, let's get into this update review. First, we gotta check out this new art. The Sims actually partnered up with two LGBTQ+ artists to create some new artwork for the game. The artwork is beautiful and amazing. The one painting is about the power of togetherness and portrays two people embracing in a whimsical and colorful style. The other painting represents familial love. This one features 4 people posing with a few colorful hearts and a pretty rainbow gradient in the background. Both styles are very nice looking. They've also updated a hairstyle. I must say this is adorable looking. I do truly love the hair texture and the style of it. I think it's classy and has a retro vibe. This is a small detail that will definitely help out players while they're browsing on the gallery. The gallery will warn you if you're about to download a lot where the creator used the cheat BB move objects. Before this update, if a builder used that cheat and someone else downloaded it from the gallery, then the game would have just auto-removed pretty much all of the items that utilized it. Not anymore. This is such a small thing that will definitely help out players. Sometimes you try to invite someone over, but would you look at that? Wow. They're already apparently in the neighborhood somewhere. Now I just need to search for them and find them so I can interact with them. Not anymore. You can now click on the Sim's portrait in the relationship panel and easily locate them through 2 new interactions. You could click the focus the camera option, which would focus your camera on the selected Sim. The other option would be to lock the camera. This would lock your camera onto that Sim and follow them as they move. This is another small change. The notebook is no longer featured in your Sim's phone. It's its own thing right next to your phone button. Would you look at that? I can appreciate this update. I've always felt like it was a little bit weird to have the notebook hidden away in your phone, and now it's front and center. No more forgetting that it exists. One of the coolest elements to this update would be the lot challenges. This is a fantastic step in a fantastic direction. I've always complained saying that The Sims need to incorporate more gameplay options like optional challenges. Is this a way to do it? Yeah. Could it be better? Yeah. I feel like they should have added new challenges. Instead, they just transferred some of the lot traits into this category. Did they replace those lot traits with new ones? Nope, they did not. Due to those reasons, I think this change is a sort of hit and miss. I do hope they improve upon it sooner rather than later, because this could be really cool. This feature players knew about before the update was released. I honestly wasn't too excited to see it in game. However, as soon as I started playing around with this feature, I could feel the excitement build up. I've always loved the pawn feature in The Sims, so it's always been a bit frustrating that that wasn't an option in The Sims 4. Until now. For years, I've been building lots and trying my hardest to make pools or pawns look like a natural pond, but I don't need to do that anymore. The pawn tool itself is pretty straightforward. You need to dig out a spot for the pond using the terrain manipulation tool, then fill it in with the water tool. You have several options for the water tool. You can raise the water, which will add water or raise pre-existing water. Then you've got the lower water tool, which lowers the water. Thirdly, you can fill to height using the slider off to the left. Finally, you can remove the water. You can also use this water depth map to show where your Sims can go. The green color means your Sim can walk through this water, and the blue means it's too deep and out of bounds for the Sims. To be able to utilize this map, make sure your grid is on by clicking G on your keyboard. Another thing I noticed while playing around with the pawns was the new natural looking water. There's 3 of them. They're a nice idea, but in reality they don't look that great. This might just be a me thing though, considering I'm not a fan of most of the water textures. The flower petals or leaves are all 2D, and because of that, it makes the pond look flat and like it's painted on. In addition, they've added pond effects. This is another element that got me very excited. I do have to admit that as soon as I went into the gameplay, I realized that you're gonna have to be more mindful of where you place these effects. For some ducks here and there, I accidentally placed them too close to the pond's edge. This made it so that they were sort of floating in the air just above the water and not actually in it. Nonetheless, these effects are too cool. I'm obsessed with them. In fact, I finally want to finish a build I started last summer because of this. The fireflies are cute, they start to glow and blink as the evening kicks in. The bugs and fish are a nice touch. It really creates an atmosphere. Talking about atmosphere, the glowing lights are neat. I can imagine building a magical little area that featured a pond with those lights in it. Last but not least, the alligator is friggin' adorable. I need to build a castle with a moat, just so I can use alligators in the moat. Also, they include new items for your pond, like lily pads, a natural looking log, and a fishing sign. You can actually activate 2 effects in live mode through the lily pads, which are the turtle and frog effects. The brand new fishing sign allows your sim to fish in our player-made bodies of water. You'll need to ensure you have fish in your inventory so you can add the fish to the water beforehand though. I am so shocked and surprised by all of my excitement and how much this update has made me want to build. It's been a while since I seriously wanted to build in The Sims 4. Your kids can now garden. They can weed, water, and plant. All of this will increase their mental skill. Group cooking, holy moly. This is something we've needed for a very long time. You can now have 5 different Sims cooking the same meal together. This includes children as well. I adore this and I think it'll help out in family gameplay. In real life, I use Uber Eats or Skip the Dishes more than I'd care to admit. What can I say? I'm sometimes lazy. Now my sim can be just as lazy as I am with the brand new food delivery service called Zoomers. Sims 4 has always had limited takeout options, so this is amazing. I also enjoy the fact that it's called Zoomers, which is a nickname for my generation. Just to clarify though, I am in the oldest section of Generation Z, but I mean, I still need to rep my generation, am I right? I'm right. Anywho, you can order pasta or steak or clam chowder. The world is your oyster. Or is it? I do want to note that while I was in game, this promise seemed to be untrue. I was only offered a limited selection of food through the Zoomers food delivery service. I'm not sure if this is a bug or maybe the food selection will change depending on the time of day. I don't know, but Maxis did imply there would be more food options than this. So do with that as you will. As much as I love seeing improvements to the base game, it pains me to know I spent money on that feature once upon a time. Lately, it seems like the devs don't mind giving away items that were once a huge feature in a pack, like the calendar for seasons or the tents for the camping pack. This practice frustrates me and makes me feel shitty about spending my money on DLC for particular features, because who knows, it might be free in a few years anyways. Don't get me wrong, I love improvement to the base game. I think the base game needs a lot of improvement, but I spent money on that. I might build something and post it on Instagram since it's been a while since I've done that. I started my Catchy Virus Instagram account to showcase my builds and it ended up being more about memes than anything else. However, this feels like the time I should start that again and feature my builds. Should I post a build on Insta and Facebook? What do you think? If you haven't already, go and update your game. You definitely need to check out these new features for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're doing fantastic. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye!